Quick video on Micron gauge on your field piece set. Since you have the Micron gauge, the sensor is located right here in the center part. This part, it's not past here, it's not past here unless they're open. You're only reading the Micron reading right in the center. As you can see, I have this valve open right here. You can see this valve is closed. I have the low side closed, I have the high side open. I was testing before I connect it. As you can see, it's backed up, so it's not connected to the system. I'm taking the Micron reading in this high side hose here. These are the field piece hoses. And as you can see, I'm capable of getting down to 65 microns there. It's going down as it evaporates and bursts out into steam. What little moisture and contaminants from using this, it's capable of going down that far. So we know what this hose can do. This connection, the crimp, everything is good up to this point. And we know it's not bleeding by through the valve body and drawing in air through this. See that little core right there, that little stem? There's actually a seal going down the center, and that could leak. Well, you can see it's kind of oily looking because I have nylog in there to make sure it doesn't leak. And I have nylog in the threads, so when I screw it down, air cannot go up the threads and go behind the shaft and then go through the seal and cause a leak. And that's why I'm capable of pulling down the Micron level. So let's go and test the low side. The low side is backed out, so it's not connected to the system. So we're gonna close the high side, and we can see the Microns take a dive because it no longer has to try to pull through the contamination that's a little bit inside the hoses. So now let's go over to the low side. We're gonna open up the low side. You're gonna see it jump up, and we're gonna just vacuum the low side and see what it's capable of doing. Can it go under at least 100? Because this is quick. Okay, we're under 100 and we're going down, and it'll keep going down just like the other one. So now we know what the capabilities of the entire system are. So now you are ready to turn your knobs and depress and go to the system. And you know, if you cannot pass your Micron level here when you're attached to the system, you know it has nothing to do with your gauges and it has everything to do with the system. Many guys are going, I can't reach this Micron, I can't reach this Micron, for some reason I can't, but they never tested their gauges to see where the gauges. And oftentimes guys will have cheap couplings on that leak, and it's actually the seals in their coupling. It might be that little, see that little seam right there? It might be there. It might be their gasket. It might be their crimp somewhere in their hose. It could be leaking here. It could be leaking there. It could be leaking there. It could be leaking anywhere. Until you prove your equipment is reliable, don't move on. Complete that first. Now jump to the next step. Save yourself a lot of aggravation. I've seen a lot of posts with these guys. You know, everybody's learning, but the problem is if you would have watched some of the videos that I've recommended a long time ago and watched the whole thing, not just skip through it, you would have seen these little tidbits of information. And therefore you wasted many hours pulling out your hair and getting aggravated. This will save you a lot of aggravation when using a Micron meter. See you guys later. Oh, I'm gonna just show you. Go down, open it to the system, open it to the system, and now you'll see it jump back up. There it goes, and it's going back down again. That's it. See you guys later.